Things happen for a reason. Try to live in the moment, know this is where we belong. Try to clear our busy head, try to stay strong. Things happen for a reason, every time or place. Things happen for a reason, inside there is a space. This time has a purpose, there's nothing that love can't face. Just know that we are one, and know that we are love. Love swirls around on the inside, overflows out of our hands. When we're not sure what we become, love's the connection that makes us one. There can always be tough times in our own world or place, but take time to realize we are the ones who are blessed. Things happen for a reason, be grateful for who you are. Things happen for a reason, don't ever stray too far. This time has a purpose, there's nothing that love can't face. Just know that we are one, and know that we are love. Love swirls around on the inside, overflows out of our hands. When we're not sure what we become, love's the connection that makes us one. When we're lost and scared, feel like no
appreciate the love we find. Oh, stand with every kind of people on common ground. Oh, some things just won't keep till tomorrow. Better to be done today. Love is mine. Responsibility. Love is mine. Responsibility. Mama say, love is mine. Responsibility. Little mama say, love is mine. Responsibility. Little mama say me, I found it love. I found love. Oh, mercy me, to love love.
On again. Thank you. Hi, this is Maxine Kay, and I'm finally on. Welcoming you to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. Probably some of you who are watching online were going, "You're mute! You're mute! Unmute yourself!" Well, we're on now, and I'm welcoming everybody. I'm delighted to see those who have braved the Sunday morning after our wonderful Saturday night solstice last night. Oh, my goodness, it was incredible. But we're here today, and we're with you either in person or live streamed, and we're very glad you're here. The Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living is our beloved community where changes take place, transformation happens. And that's because we rely on some very beautiful, basic, universal principles that our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, synthesized in such a way that they are spiritual tools that we use for very practical purposes for every human condition that is imaginable, and to change things in the world, which we are very much about, because we're here to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And all together we are co-creating a world that works for everyone, a world that works for all. So we're delighted you're with us. Wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are very, very welcome here. We love you already. And so I'd invite you to say with me our purpose statement if you care to. And it goes like this: living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And now we'll have our opening song by, our wonderful Jamie Lula. It is called Love is My Religion.
I wish you peace. I wish you joy. I wish you love, 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 love. I wish you faith in yourself to reveal all that you've come here to be. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. I wish you courage, wish you love, 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 love. I wish you purpose to create all your dreams and co-conspire with the light of your life. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Your answers to eternity are always deep inside you. That freedom of expression is yours to choose right now. Love is my choice, my religion. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. If you know the words. Love is my religion. Oh, love is my choice, my religion. Love is my decision. Love is my voice, my religion. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Oh, love is my religion. Love is. Come on, y'all, sing it for mama. Love is my religion. Love is. Love is my religion. Love is. Love is. Love is. Love is.
Thank you, Jamie. Oh, it was such a treat. Well, as you can see, things are looking kind of beautiful up here and pretty Christmassy, with just a little bit of a touch of a menorah as well, because we were honoring all faith traditions last night. It was wonderful, wonderful. So I'm going to talk to the kids. Wherever you are, gather round. Yes, you may stay in your pajamas. That's fine. Just come and be with us for a little bit. Well, Christmas is only a few days away. And although we've got the lights in the trees and the celebrations and the gifts are probably already under the trees, well, except for the ones that Santa's going to bring. So it's an exciting, beautiful, delightful time. It's a time of love. It's a time that we cherish each other, our families, our friends. And it's a time to remember the beautiful story of the child being born in Bethlehem, the Christ child. And remember that there were 3 wise men who came following a star to find where this child lay. And in fact, they were directed to go to find him by King Herod. Well, every story has to have its not-so-nice person. And King Herod did not have loving intentions at all. He told the 3 wise men that he wanted to find out where this child was so that the wise men could come back and tell him and he could go and worship him. Not so. He had evil intent. And so the wise men followed the star. Now, isn't it interesting that he followed a star And it led them right to Bethlehem, where Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus were. And I think it's very wise to follow the light. It says in Matthew, wise men sought the Christ child at the order of King Herod. And lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding joy. They did not return to Herod. They went back to their own country because something within them, a divine voice within them said, don't take this news back to Herod. And it's like when we follow the light of God's truth, that's within us and all around us, but mostly within us, that we find treasures and we're guided to what is true and what is right. So it's beautiful to remember this wonderful story right now, this time of year. It's wonderful to realize that that light that was being referred to in Scripture is the same light, the Christ light, the guiding light, everywhere present and very, very much within you and within me and within every person. So as you're excited about Christmas and all the things you get to open and to eat and to celebrate, let's keep in mind that this is all about the rebirth within our hearts of the light of the Christ. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. And by the way, make sure you tune in next Sunday, because someone very, very special is going to be giving the kid talk from a very long distance away. Curious? Good, that's all I'm going to tell you. Have fun. Okay, now I'm happy to invite you to meditation. Okay. And so, let's relax our bodies and kind of drop the shoulders and feel a sense of ease and peace moving through us as we take a deep, holy breath of life. Feel our bodies, our minds, and our emotions clearing, harmonizing, and feeling a beautiful sense of spirit moving through us. And with every exhale, we're expressing and sharing that beautiful spirit of God's life with everything and everyone around us. Breathing in, we feel peace. Breathing out, we share peace. Bringing in the light as we breathe in, and sharing the light as we exhale. Breathing in joy, and sharing that joy in the exhalation. Breathing in love, and letting that love move out into the world with each breath out. Something beautiful is stirring within us. It is the season of love. It is the season of light. And so we go deeply into our hearts now and remember the love light that eternally shines deeply, deeply within us. And that light is now being brightened because we're calling forth and generating the beautiful light of the Christ within. And it becomes warmer, and it becomes brighter, and it dissolves anything that may have been an obstacle or a concern, making way for the clear expression of this illuminating presence. Oh, sweet, sweet it is to bask in the illuminating light of the Christ, to feel it nurturing us, to enter so deeply into the warmth of its embrace that there is nothing to be concerned about. We're allowing ourselves to feel the love and to experience the warmth of the light. And then allow it to begin to move out from the very center of our hearts touching and blessing all creation, every sentient being. This light moves on out from this beloved center, reaches every person and sentient being in the community, and continues radiating outward, dispelling all the darkness, healing hearts, lifting minds, ultimately filling the earth. And so this globe, this planet Earth, is now a shining light, a macrocosm of each radiant ornament on our trees. It glows with love, and that love light is now perfecting all of creation. So now let's each of us move now in deeply into this light-filled, loving presence and come into the sacred silence and just bask in the love light. Be in the sacred silence. And perhaps you heard the sweet voice of Spirit quietly singing within you. Perhaps you simply felt a divine embrace. And it is from this place, this sacred space of light and love, that we give our overflowing thanks for life, for love, for light. We're grateful, so grateful that all is well, that on every level, truly, all is well. Namaste. You're on. Good morning. You are.
Good morning. What a lovely meditation. Thank you so much. And the quote that I have from Ernest Holmes on page 158 very much echoes a part of what you just shared with us. If one will have faith in himself, faith in his fellow men, in the universe, and in God, that faith will light the place in which he finds himself. And by the light of his faith, he will be able to see that all is good. And the light shed by this faith will light the way for others. We become conscious of darkness only when we are without faith. For faith is ever the light of our day and the light of our way, making that way clearly visible to us, even when to all others it may be beset with obstacles and ongoing rough. In this season where we are surrounded by such beautiful light, we are reminded that we are one with this perfect light, this perfect love, this perfect wholeness of God. God is the co-creator of everyone and everything. And therefore, everything radiates the truth, the love, the perfect light of this one life, one love, one light. I know that everyone here and everyone listening and everyone that is part of our community is an expression of this light. And this light moves outward to enlighten the world, to brighten lives, to brighten spirits. And I know that this light shines radiantly from each and every person here, each and every person involved in putting together this magnificent celebration of the light. And so I am grateful for all of the participants, all of the volunteers, all of the music, everything we will share as a community today in celebration of this magnificent time of year, the magnificent Creator, and this light that shines so brightly within us. I release my word to the law with grateful acceptance, knowing that it is the truth. I let it be so with great gratitude, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, dear Cheryl. That was Cheryl Macklin. Take that to Basin. Cheryl Macklin is one of our newest practitioners, and that was wonderful. Thank you, dear Cheryl. And now let's say our affirmation together, shall we? I bring the light of truth into every situation and the illuminating presence of love into each relationship. Oh, that's a good affirmation. Why don't we use that the rest of our lives? Well, we are still in this wonderful last month of the year, December. We have continued all year long in utilizing Centers for Spiritual Living annual theme, this one being Timeless Wisdom, Evolutionary Vision. And that's still a wonderful one, isn't it? Because we know that we are new thought, and yet new thought is based on ancient wisdom. And we have the ability to utilize these beautiful spiritual tools, the power for good within us, to create, co-create a beautiful vision for the continued evolution of ourselves, of our beloved communities, and ultimately of the world itself. And the theme for December has appropriately been Sacred Days, Holy Nights. And again, you'll be hearing more about the solstice, but we had a very holy night last night, didn't we? And today we're talking about into the darkness with the light. There was a lot of talk last night about the darkness and the light and how each is important and how we can be nurtured by the darkness. We can grow, we can learn, we can be quiet long enough to process some things, to learn and to grow. It's not exactly a hibernation, but it is an opportunity to be still long enough to become enlightened, so that when we begin to allow the light to not only to move in, but to move out from us, that we have both the celebration and the gratitude for what the darkness has been, and then the new possibilities of the light coming into our lives and into the world. Ernest Holmes says, no matter how long a room may have been darkened, the entrance of light instantly illuminates it. What becomes of the darkness when light enters? Where did it come from? And where does it go? Puzzling. We're thinking about where did it come from and where did it go? And how is it that the light is still right there, ready to shine forth? Well, do you suppose it's because the darkness is temporary and the light is eternal? I think that's the answer. I think that's what Dr. Holmes wanted us to come to the conclusion about. And so, last night's solstice, it was really beautiful. Nurture the night, loving the light. every faith tradition we could get hold of was present for us. And they were wonderful. A different perspective from each one on the dark and the light, from their own traditions, which was so beautiful, heartwarming. And as Reverend Mike said when he got up to do his New Thought presentation, that, oh my, we really are inclusive in New Thought. And he gained something, as we all did, from what each of the presenters from each of the faith traditions shared. And it was like, I can relate to that. This is what we teach. That's wonderful. We are all one. And yet we honor the diversity. And so it was so beautiful to see the different perspectives, and at the same time to find what we could find something in common that was very much a part of our own hearts and our own traditions. God is perfect life. And when we enter his light, we are healed. Came right out of the textbook from Ernest Holmes as well. God is perfect light. That's what's eternal. The darkness is necessary. And yet it comes and it goes. The light doesn't come and go. It may seem that way, but it's always there. Just on the rainiest, snowiest, cloudiest day, we don't see the sun, but we know it's still there. And we are told not to hide our lights under a bushel. And we sometimes forget. We forget that divine light lives within us. We forget that we can make a difference in someone else's life by bringing our light into their darkness. And as this wonderful woman who was married to a Catholic, an Episcopal priest, where is she here? Her name is Agnes Sanford. I don't know what her name is these days because she left the planet a long time ago. But she wrote a book called The Healing Light. And I always use it in my practitioner training. And her most important statement that I've ever found was that we take our light into another person's darkness just long enough to lead them out of the darkness into the light. Because what would happen if we stayed there? It would be the blind leading the blind, and we'd all fall into the ditch, and we'd stay in the darkness instead of returning to the light. And the darkness has no power of itself. It is the absence of the light. And yet it also is an important time. How many dark nights of the soul have you experienced? Anybody here? Yes. What have you learned? How have you grown? How have you come to appreciate those experiences that brought you into your own spiritual, personal, evolutionary process more than you might have if you had just been going along, oh, it's a nice day, let's have a picnic. We need these things, I think, to open our eyes and to lift our consciousness and to make us aware that's not the truth. But while I was there, while I was hanging out in that darkened room, whatever you may have called it, the light was still there. I just forgot it. And in remembering it, I can allow it to guide me, to shine through me, to heal me physically, emotionally, mentally, in every possible way. So when we're in the darkness, don't curse it. Don't curse the darkness, but bless the light that still is present. It truly is better to light just one little candle than to stumble in the dark. Who's going to sing that for us this morning? It is better to light just one little candle than to stumble in the dark. I love our Jewish friends' tradition of lighting the menorah, one candle each night, with the shamash, which is the ninth candle, which sits in the middle. They use that to light the others. And that reminds me that there's only one light. It's God light. It's the Christ light. And we use that to light our own personas and our own experience, our individual expression of the one. I love that. It's beautiful. Ever sit in on a Seder? They're fun too. It's a lovely, lovely thing. So, the light, back to Ernest Holmes again, the light is greater than the darkness, nor has the darkness any power over the light. By merely bringing in the light to the darkness vanishes into its native nothingness. This is the power of reality over seeming opposition or apparent separation. We have so many challenges right now, don't we? So many health concerns with, it's been almost 2 years since we've been dealing with COVID, and now there's a new strain and people are wondering what to do. We are all doing the best we can by following our inner wisdom, which is that divine light within. We are taking all of the precautions that are appropriate. We are doing what we need to do, not only for ourselves, but for all the people we're going to be encountering. That just makes sense. This is a sensible religion, by the way. I can remember years ago, in my church in Palo Alto, there was a gentleman who had been very active in our center, and then his job moved him overseas. And he never found a center that it was anything like what we had been in Science of Mind, Religious Science. And so he longed for that, and he would be in touch with us from time to time. And one time he wrote a note that said, "I miss the sanity. I want a sane religion." And we are sane. We are practical. We are wise. When there is darkness, we take our light into it. We use whatever tools we need to deal with that. And we don't curse it. We recognize there are gifts there for us. And just our willingness to discover them and to grow from them is probably the most important thing we can do. But so many things with the health concerns and a lot of uncertainty. We are living in uncertainty. Now, how can you imagine that this is the first time the human race has had to deal with uncertainty? Nah. You can go back from the beginning of time when humans began to appear on the earth. There has always been uncertainty, whether it's saber-toothed tigers or whether the sun's going to come back again or anything else. How are we going to learn to cook? There was a lot of anxiety, a lot of uncertainty, and there still is. And there's also tremendous divisiveness. And this is not contributing to our sense of well-being. This is not contributing to a world that works for everyone. I loved everything that our presenters shared last night. And I was delighted with the Buddhist priest who said, he says, well, you know, whether you are, I'm paraphrasing, of course, whether it is the awakening of the Christ within or the Buddha nature, you know, we all need to do this. It doesn't matter what you call it. Isn't that great? So many different names. So many different names. God has hundreds of names. I wonder if God cares. You know? The important thing is that we return early, easily, and often to that Christ light within, whatever we choose to call it. And in these times of uncertainty, and when has there not been? But we're the ones living in it right now, aren't we? So I could tell you stories about the ancient Greeks and the Egyptians and everyone prior to that, as far as my knowledge will take me, and we'd go, oh yeah, things were a little dicey, weren't they? So what? This is where you and I are living right now. And there is uncertainty, and there is anxiety, and there are health problems, and the planet needs our love and our care. And there's so many different camps that have been set up. There always have been, by the way, in every empire, in every era of human existence. There's always been the us and the them. Don't you think we are the ones that can possibly shift that whole preposterous idea of us and them? Don't you think that we and other light workers all over the world are the ones who finally can, after all these centuries, not to make it feel like a burden, but a joyous responsibility? Don't you think that we can do our part to bring our light into that darkness of the false belief of being separate from God and being separate from each other? Last night's presentation was the most inspiring opportunity to see unity in diversity. There's a big difference between diversity and divisiveness. I love the diversity. I don't want to go to a garden that has all the same carnations. I'd like a variety. And I think God must feel that way about people too. Otherwise, why would we be all so interestingly unique and different? And so I cherish and celebrate our diversity. But I decry the divisiveness. And so getting upset about it isn't going to help it, isn't it? Is it? And getting into one camp or another isn't going to help. But to find our common ground, to listen with our hearts to another person's point of view. That's not easy to do if that person is staunchly set in concrete with their views, their beliefs, and their perspectives, and their anger too often. It's not easy, but it's essential. It's essential to bring so much love and so much warmth and so much sanity into the conversation that you can begin by listening with your heart and remembering to see the light within that person that they may not yet have discovered or they may have forgotten. To see that light, to behold the beloved within the other person and then realize there's no other. I'd love to change that word entirely. I don't know what it would be. That's your assignment. What are we going to use instead of other from now on? I would love to know that. We can do this. You know, that's the great news. Vicissitudes come and go. You know, these arrows, they come and they go. The light is eternal and infinite. And the best part of the news is that we have access to it and that it can never, ever go out. You know, in the Peloponnesian Wars, and then the Spartans and the Athenians, and then, I mean, that was bad enough. When the Persians came to Athens, by the way, the Greek word for Persian was barbaros. That's where we get the word barbarian. You see, every time we see somebody as other, they're barbarians, right? Well, when the barbaroi came, they did the worst possible thing that they could do to the Greeks in Athens. They not only ran over them, but there was a fire that never ever could be extinguished in the heart of Athens where they would meet. And that fire was tended to constantly by the Athenians, but the Persians put it out. That happens in human conditions. It cannot happen in the divine. There is no way your light can be extinguished. No way. Can we forget about it? And do we? Yeah. We need to remind ourselves that it is infinite and it is eternal. And then we can take that light, when we've rediscovered it, into another person's place of misery or concern or sense of hopelessness or ill health or worry or depression, anxiety. All those human conditions that people take so many pills for. We need to take our light into them. And we can, but not until we've discovered it and utilized it in our own lives. So that we use it for wholeness in our own personas, which is the body and the mind and the emotions. When we have clarified our own persona and opened it up to be this beautiful instrument through which the Christ light shines, then we are able to make a difference in the people around us and, of course, ultimately into the world itself. The light's eternal, the darkness is temporary, and yet necessary. Let's bless it. Let's give thanks for it but let's not hang out in it too long. And so like the wise men of old, we are wise to maintain our focus on the light. Follow that star. And the journey may be challenging. It will be. But like the sailors of old who depended upon the stars and the lighthouses eventually for guidance, we keep our vision on the eternal light. We keep looking up, looking up. And then we give little or no attention to those dark circumstances because we don't want to feed them energy that of themselves they don't have. That's what keeps these unlovely things going and growing, is human beings' focus and energy on something that of itself has no power. We give it the power. So let's stop doing that. Everybody in the world hear that, please? Let's stop doing that. Let's keep our attention on the star. Let's be guided by it. Let's be thrilled by it. Thank God we have that light to follow. And then let's bring it to everyone that we know and love, and everyone we haven't met, and everybody that we're having a hard time loving. That's the most important place to take it. Will you say with me, I am a light.
I am a light.
I love to let it illumine the world.
I love to let it illumine the world.
It warms and blesses the people in my life.
It warms and blesses the people in my life.
And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Thank you. Thank you. This is the time of our offertory. I love this. It's my opportunity to have the delight of circulating abundance. I love to give to this center because I consider it the closest source of my food and my connection with Source. And if you choose to give to this center, we really honor and appreciate you. And however you give, there's so many, oh, there they are, so many ways to do so. And some people, like myself, just love still the old-fashioned way of placing our gift in the crystal bowls. And if you do wish to give in that way, and you happen to have brought cash, please put it in an envelope, put your name on it. We like to give credit where credit is due. And so, if you care to share the prosperity affirmation with me, I invite you to do so. And you may hold your gift in your hand or pretend you have it there, even though you may have already Venmo'd it, or however we're doing this these days. No, there it is. There it is. Never mind me. Pay attention to that. All right, would you share this with me? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is. Is.
I don't care if the house is packed or the strings of light are broken. I don't care if the gifts are wrapped or there's nothing here to open. Love is not a toy, and no paper will conceal it. Love is simply joy that I'm home. I don't care if the carpet's stained, we've got food upon the table. I don't care if it's gonna rain, our little room is warm and stable. Love is who we are, and no season can contain it. Love would never fall for that. We sing let love lead us. Love is Christmas. Why so scared that you'll mess it up when perfection keeps you haunted? All we need is your best, my love. That's all anyone ever wanted. Love is how we do. Let no judgment overrule it. Love, I look to you and I sing. Let love lead us. Love is Christmas. Let love lead us. Love is Christmas.
Hello, everyone. This is Payson Bird at the back of the booth. I leave it up here so you don't have to crane your necks to see me. And I'm here with today's announcements. Yay! What was that? Oh, yes, I'm Vice President of the Board of Trustees. Back here with the President in our own little sky booth back here. Hi, Edie. How are you today? Well, welcome everyone. We're thrilled to have you joined us today, wherever you are in the world. Thanks so much for Dr. Maxine for that wonderful talk and such a wonderful solstice celebration yesterday. It was wonderful. I had it up here. Linda did a wonderful thing by actually putting the link of the celebration onto the website. So it's on the events calendar. And you just click on the website and find it in the events calendar. Okay? So that's good. Thank you, Linda. Now be sure to have the young folks to be present on Sunday, December 26th, even virtually, as Santa will be providing a kid talk on video from the North Pole. And I don't have a picture. Sorry, Linda. We invite you to start 2022 by attending a World Healing Peace meditation on New Year's Eve. John Randolph Price started this event in 1986. People all over the world create a collective meditation for healing the world at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Centers for Spiritual Living's Facebook page. So that's the national CSL. The CSL Global Services Heart of Peace initiative will offer a peace meditation for all to join live on the CSL Facebook page. They ask we arrive 15 minutes early to settle in and fully participate at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll post the link on our December 31st calendar of events, and we'll send it out on our Thursday weekly newsletter. Now, Dr. Maxine, would you like to add anything to that?
Would I? Thank you. Oh, yes, that is a wonderful way to connect. And in that same spirit, we're doing something a little bit different right here for those who wish to join us in person on Friday, December 31st, coming at 6:45. We'll begin meditation, prayer, and so forth right at 7 o'clock. Reverend Mike Gertis is actually presenting and facilitating this entire thing. You're going to love it. So come at 6:45, and at 7 o'clock we'll begin our very special time together. And then we'll probably be finished about 7:30 a.m. Did I not say a.m.? A.m. I am 1 a.m. No, 7 a.m. And we'll be done about 7:30 a.m. So 6:45 a.m. in the morning, just like Payson was sharing with you, that's when the World Meditation is happening. We will be here at 6:45 on the 31st, and it's a beautiful way to complete the year and to send out our light of peace to the world itself. So Friday
morning. Make sure.
I said that. Friday morning, he wanted me to say it again. It's Friday morning, the 31st. And you may wear your pajamas. It will not be videoed, so you may wear your pajamas if you wish. And if you're home, you can do that too. Where was I? So we should be finished by 7:30, correct? Thank you. And guess what we can do after that? We can all go to breakfast. Yeah. Isn't that a great way to complete the year with people you love right here in our community, with Reverend Mike facilitating it? So please join us for that if you can, all right? We'd love it. Take it away, Payson.
Thank you, Dr. Maxine. And for those who are here today, the bookstore is open. Be sure to stop by and reacquaint yourselves with the books and gifts. Christmas is coming up. Last chance, I think. Is it the last chance? Yeah, last chance. Next Sunday is the 26th. So, last chance. Also, the January 2022 Science of Mind magazine is in, and we also have a special on Christmas cards today. If you're watching us and enjoy our Sunday celebrations and love notes on our Facebook or YouTube channel, please be sure to like, to subscribe, and to share with others. When you subscribe, you will receive notices when our Sunday celebration and our daily love notes are uploaded. Our celebrations begin every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. We are also holding a meditation session in our meditation room starting at 10 a.m. So you come in and get a little extra juice. We will continue to live stream for all those who choose to watch from the comfort of your own home. As a reminder, to view from home, just visit our website, www.cslphilly.org, and click on the orange Watch Live button to see all our virtual love notes and past Sunday celebrations. And that's it. So have a very happy holidays. I know I'm getting off in about 2 days, and I'll have 10 days off. I don't know about other people, but whatever you have off, enjoy, 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 and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Payson. Thank you very much. That was fun. And what did I want? Oh, yes. Wanted to remind you, as Payson said earlier, that our wonderful solstice celebration will be live streamed Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Just go to our website and click on the Listen Now, Stream, Let Me In, whatever it's called, orange button. And you'll have an opportunity to see and hear and experience this beautiful, beautiful solstice celebration. And it will be archived on there. So if you can't come at 7 o'clock on Tuesday, just come in whenever you can and enjoy it. It's really, it's heartwarming. It's mind-blowing. It's quite beautiful. I know you're going to love it. I wouldn't mind watching it. I will watch it again myself. That will be the actual solstice on the 21st. Okay, we have so much we have so much good and so many wonderful things going on. And so indeed, next Sunday, the day after Christmas, will be just a continuing celebration of Christmas right here. So if you can come in person, don't miss it. I hear that woman who bakes just may be bringing in her annual Swedish tea rings, yeah? That woman, you know her. So, our closing song is coming up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This is Spirit of the Season, and it's presented by the Boston Gay Men's Chorus. Get ready to have a good time. That was fun. That's a great way to wish everybody a very, very merry, fun, jolly, light-filled Christmas. And thanks again to all the people who make these Sunday mornings happen, and for everyone who made last night take place. Our presenters and our music and all that, but our team, our AV team and our Solstice team, thank you! That's what made it all happen, and we appreciate that. And thank you, Payson, back there, fulfilling wearing many hats. All of that. Thank you so much. A blessed, beautiful Christmas to everyone. So, thank you, loving presence, for the light that continues to shine eternally, can never be extinguished, lives within our hearts and minds. Let us take it out into the world today and make a fabulous difference. This and so much more makes our lights shine and our hearts light up with love. We give thanks for this and everything that makes a difference in our world. And so it is. So it is.